The story begins on the day before Halloween. A young girl named Eliza rides her tricycle down the suburban street, passing by an eerie old house. As she reaches the lawn, her tricycle is suddenly sucked into the yard by unseen forces. Startled, she runs away crying. Across the street, a 12-year-old boy named DJ Walters watches everything from his bedroom window. DJ has been observing the creepy house owned by his grumpy, reclusive neighbor, Mr. Horace Nevercracker. DJ takes pictures of the yard, documenting every strange event. His parents are leaving for the weekend, and they warn DJ to stay out of trouble while they're gone. After they leave, DJ's best friend, Chowder, shows up, asking DJ to play basketball. DJ reluctantly agrees. While playing, Chowder's ball bounces into Nevercracker's lawn. Despite DJ's protests, Chowder insists on retrieving it. DJ, worried and anxious, decides to go after it instead. As he steps onto the lawn and picks up the ball, Mr. Nevercracker bursts out of the house, furious. He grabs DJ and screams at him for trespassing. Suddenly, Nevercracker clutches his chest and collapses from a heart attack, pulling DJ to the ground with him. An ambulance arrives and takes the unconscious Nevercracker to the hospital. Afterward, DJ feels disturbed and guilty. That night, he begins receiving mysterious phone calls. Every time he answers, there's only silence on the other end. He eventually uses a tape recorder to record the calls. The strange noises continue, and DJ becomes convinced the house is somehow alive. The next day, DJ and Chowder discuss the events. DJ tells Chowder that he believes Nevercracker's spirit may still be present and that the house itself is haunted. They're interrupted when a girl named Jenny walks by, pulling a wagon of Halloween candy. She approaches the house to sell candy, but as she walks up the steps, the house awakens. Its front door creaks open like a mouth, its floorboards groaning. DJ and Chowder shout to warn her. Just in time, they pull her away before the house attacks. Now the three kids are united in their fear. They try to convince adults, like a pair of clueless police officers, Landers and Lister, that the house is dangerous. But no one believes them. Determined, the trio decides they must take matters into their own hands and destroy the house before Halloween night, when kids will come knocking. After their terrifying encounter, DJ, Chowder, and Jenny regroup at DJ's house. They try to make sense of what they saw, and DJ remains convinced that the house is alive. They call in a local video game expert named Skull, who works at an arcade. Skull is eccentric but clever, and he listens as the kids explain their theory. He tells them that if the house is possessed, it must have a heart, a critical object or area keeping it alive. If they can find and destroy the heart, they might be able to kill the house. Inspired by this idea, the kids come up with a plan. They create a dummy using a vacuum cleaner and fill it with cold medicine to try and put the house to sleep. Their hope is to sneak inside and find the heart while it's unconscious. DJ sets up the dummy on a wagon, and Chowder uses a remote-controlled construction crane to push it toward the house. At first, the house doesn't react. Then suddenly, it awakens, groaning and growling like a beast. It gulps down the dummy, swallows the medicine, and then quiets. Thinking their plan has worked, the kids celebrate briefly. But the moment they try to approach, the house springs back to life and attacks violently. It roars and throws objects at them, and the situation spirals out of control. The police officers, Landers and Lister, return after spotting the commotion. The kids try to explain everything again, but the officers think they're causing trouble and arrest them. Landers places DJ, Chowder, and Jenny in the back of the police car and prepares to investigate. As he approaches the house, it suddenly opens its mouth wide and devours both officers and the car, with the kids still inside. Inside the house, the kids find themselves in total darkness, but they're not dead. The house swallowed them whole. As they navigate through the interior, they realize the house is like a living organism, with organs made of wood, pipes, and carpet. They end up in what seems to be the stomach of the house, where they discover a furnace that's still hot and active. DJ speculates that this furnace might be the house's heart. Exploring further, the kids stumble upon a large pile of toys, bikes, and other items that previously went missing from the neighborhood, including Chowder's basketball and Eliza's tricycle. The house had been consuming anything that came near. As they piece everything together, they find something truly disturbing. A large, preserved cement form shaped like a human body. Jenny accidentally triggers a mechanism, and the house begins to react again. Now in grave danger, the kids must find a way out before it fully digests them. Inside the belly of the monster house, DJ, Chowder, and Jenny navigate through the strange and terrifying architecture. They discover that the house is made up of living elements. Pipes move like veins, walls creak like bones, and the furnace burns like a beating heart. While looking around, Jenny accidentally sets off a mechanism that triggers a violent reaction from the house. Pipes burst, and the environment starts shifting dangerously, forcing them to find an escape quickly. They manage to find an opening through a chute and are flushed out of the house through a pipe, landing on the lawn drenched and shaken, but alive. As they catch their breath, DJ looks back at the house with a new understanding. He now believes it's not just haunted, it's possessed by a human soul. They realize they have to uncover whose soul it is. Later that evening, Mr. Nebbercracker returns home in a taxi, very much alive. DJ is shocked to see him walking back toward the house. Determined to get answers, DJ runs up to him. Mr. Nebbercracker, surprisingly calm, invites DJ into the house and begins to explain the truth. Nebbercracker tells DJ about his wife, Constance. Many years ago, Constance was a heavy-set woman who had been part of a circus sideshow, mocked and ridiculed by crowds who saw her as a monster. Nebbercracker loved her deeply and rescued her from that life. He bought the land, built the house himself, and tried to give her a peaceful home. But the teasing from neighborhood kids never stopped. One Halloween, while trying to chase children away from the property, Constance lost her balance and fell into the basement, where the house was still under construction. The accident caused a cement mix to spill on her, burying her alive. Her spirit, full of anger and sorrow, stayed behind. Nebbercracker knew she possessed the house, and he spent years trying to keep people away to protect them from her. He never wanted to hurt anyone. He only wanted to keep Constance from hurting others. DJ realizes Nebbercracker has been suffering in silence, living in a haunted house out of guilt and love. Moved by the story, DJ convinces him that it's time to let Constance go. She has become dangerous, and it's not what she would have wanted. Suddenly, the house senses Nebbercracker's return and awakens, more violent than ever. It tears itself from its foundation, uprooting from the ground like a living creature. Now mobile and enraged, the house begins rampaging through the neighborhood, chasing DJ, Chowder, Jenny, and Nebbercracker. The house, now fully awakened and enraged, rips itself out of the ground, tearing through pipes and pavement. With two giant tree-like limbs and a gaping mouth for a front door, it lumbers after DJ, Chowder, Jenny, and Nebbercracker. The group flees as the house smashes its way through the neighborhood, roaring like a true monster. The kids and Nebbercracker take refuge at a construction site nearby. Chowder finds an excavator and drives it to face off against the house. He manages to land a few hits, breaking off parts of the structure, but the house retaliates with brute force, smashing the excavator and nearly trapping them. In the chaos, Nebbercracker grabs sticks of dynamite he had stored earlier and prepares to sacrifice himself to end it all. DJ stops him, telling him he doesn't have to do it alone. They come up with a plan. DJ will climb to the top of a crane while Chowder distracts the house. Jenny will light the dynamite's fuse and toss it to DJ at the right moment so he can drop it into the chimney, which they believe is the house's heart. Chowder jumps back into action and distracts the house by pelting it with bricks and drawing its attention away from the others. The house roars and charges after him, giving DJ the chance to climb the crane. Jenny lights the dynamite and prepares to toss it. As the house closes in on Chowder, Jenny throws the lit dynamite to DJ, who catches it while balancing precariously at the top of the crane. The house realizes what's happening and launches itself toward the crane in a final attempt to stop him. DJ jumps at the last second and drops the dynamite into the chimney just before the house collides with the crane. There's a moment of stillness. Then the house explodes from the inside out, bursting into fiery pieces. Debris rains down as the children in Nebbercracker watch the house crumble into rubble. Constance's spirit is finally released. A cloud of dust and smoke rises, and for the first time in years, peace returns to the neighborhood. Nebbercracker, holding a piece of Constance's old dress, looks on with sadness, but also relief. The kids stand beside him, exhausted but victorious. The nightmare is over, but Halloween night is just beginning. After the house is destroyed in a fiery explosion, DJ, Chowder, and Jenny look around at the smoking rubble. The terrifying ordeal is finally over. Constance's spirit, once trapped in the walls and floorboards of the monster house, is now freed. For the first time, silence settles over the lot where the cursed house once stood. Nibbercracker stands amid the remains of his home, quiet and reflective. He's no longer burdened by the painful secret he kept for decades. Though he mourns the loss of Constance all over again, he knows she's finally at peace. DJ, Jenny, and Chowder watch him with sympathy, understanding now what he'd endured. Later that night, DJ and Chowder sit on DJ's porch. They reflect on what happened, not just the danger they survived, but how much they've grown through it. Chowder mentions that Halloween is still going on, and DJ surprises him by saying he's probably too old for trick-or-treating now. Chowder insists he isn't, and invites DJ to come along anyway. DJ finally agrees, realizing he doesn't have to grow up too fast just yet. Meanwhile, a montage shows neighborhood kids approaching the now empty lot, where Nibbercracker greets them kindly. One by one, he returns all the toys, bikes, and items that had been eaten by the house over the years. Eliza gets her tricycle back, and other kids receive their missing belongings. Nibbercracker, once seen as a terrifying recluse, is no longer feared. The children approach him without hesitation, and he responds with quiet gratitude. As the final moments roll, the camera pans over the remnants of the destroyed house. Just rubble now. But there are no more shadows, no more groaning floorboards, no more evil. The curse has been broken. During the end credits, there's a humorous mid-credit scene where two characters who were swallowed earlier, the cops Landers and Lister and the pizza delivery guy, emerge from the underground basement, dazed but alive. They look around in confusion, not fully understanding what happened. With the monster house gone and everyone safe, Halloween night resumes and life in the neighborhood begins to return to normal. The movie ends here. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.